Hey, good morning and good afternoon, Southeast Asia and Pacific. Hi, my name is Davis and I'm the Regional Digital Marketing Team, right? And I am your host for today's webinar, right? So before we continue, I'd like to remind everyone, all the attendees, feel free to drop in your questions in the Q&A session at any point of time, okay? Please include your name, your country, as well as the email address so that we are able to address those questions to you if we are unable to answer them in this session. All right, so please remember to drop all your questions in the Q&A session, and we will be utilizing those questions in the last part of the Q&A session. All right. I'm excited for this webinar. Time really flies, and it's been a year since we first launched Nu Skin Stela in Southeast Asia and Pacific last June, right? Many new features has been introduced, and we have received lots of requests from the leaders here to conduct another round of webinar and walkthroughs for those who have newly joined us, who missed the last round. And today, we are very honored to be able to invite Julie and Raul from our global digital team. Julie and Raul are our best person to introduce Stela and Connect because they have overseen the development of these two tools since the start of it, right? Hi, Julie. Hi, Raul.
Hello. Hey, it's so good to
Hey,
be here with
Davis.
everyone.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us and being our speakers for this webinar.
Thanks for
So
having
without
us.
further delay, let me just pass the mic straight over to Julie to kickstart this webinar. Julie, over to you.
Okay, perfect. Here, I will share a PowerPoint and we'll kick things off. So yes, so again, we're so excited to be here with you all. So it's true, I was here a year ago when Stela was in the beginning stages. So very excited to I guess, show you the progress that we've made. And then also Raul will be hitting on Connect. So very excited. Okay, so quickly the agenda that we'll be going through. I'll first address the role of Stela in our Nu Skin digital ecosystem. We'll talk briefly about that. I'll show you the Stela roadmap. I'll take you through some of the newer features on Stela or pointing out features that could be helpful or useful to you guys. And then I'll turn the time over to Raul to go through a Connect demo, and then we'll have time for questions and answers. So very excited. And of course, as I'm going along, if you have questions, add them to the Q&A section and we'll address them. Okay, so the digital experiences or our digital ecosystem. So as we've been rolling out these new apps, we realize that first and foremost, we want to make sure that all of our tools have a cohesive, streamlined experience. So whether you and your customers are on nuskin.com, Vera, or Stela, we want it to feel like it's one environment or one experience. You'll notice that with products. Like if you go and you search for products on nuskin.com, well, we're getting there with Vera and Stela and having those products. So, but the more we launch products within the apps, when you go to nuskin.com and then you jump over to Vera and Stela, the same products are available in all three systems. And we're working on a persistent cart. So if you or your customer is looking at nuskin.com, you add a product to cart, and then as the customer, they jump over to Vera, the product will still be in cart. So we want it to very much, again, feel like it's one cohesive experience. And of course, Vera is geared towards your customers. When I say customers, it means whatever customers you have in your market, whether that's a retail customer, a member, or a brand affiliate. And Vera is great for helping them learn about the product. And as I have on the PowerPoint, skin consultation, selfie timeline, and BB shade finder. And then the complement to that is the Stela app for affiliates. So within Stela, you guys can also have that product discovery, their social share, earn, build and learn, or build and lead, learn, community, which we're going to be working on building out more over the next year, and then the CRM tool or Nu Skin Connect. Now, adding more onto this experience, another way in which you can look at these two apps are joined together is Stela helps give you affiliates data insights, and we're going to be dialing in on that more over the next year on helping coach or guide you guys on what customers you should be following up with, which downline members you should highlight or pinpoint for wanting to submit a letter of intent, insights like that. And Vera is the personalization for your customers. So we've begun talking with the Vera team about how we can have a cohesive experience with push notifications. So we've just begun the beginning stages of working on a project where when a customer goes into Vera and does a skin consultation, we're going to have it send a push notification to the affiliate in Stela, and they will be alerted to the customer, their skin consultation results, if the customer is given access or permissions, and then they'll be able to follow up with the customer. So it will be a push notification and a message in the message center within Stela, and we're also working on message center. So there's fun and exciting things that will continue to launch over the next year, and of course, onwards and upwards. And I'm sure you've heard many people from corporate or even those from your markets talk about these apps being the Uber of beauty and wellness. So of course, Vera is for your consumers. It helps them discover the products. It helps them track their progress. They can learn more. They can feel confident about the products they're using through all of the great features in Vera. And Stela is your ability to run your business on the go. It gives you those insights and that information to make you or help you have a better connection with your customers, your team members, and so forth, so you can attract, connect, and nurture. So we love these two apps, and they complement each other so very well. Okay, so before we dive into the Stela demo, I want to quickly highlight some of the roadmap items. And the items on the roadmap are indications of when the work will begin. So like in the first quarter, all of those features have launched. I'm sure you guys have seen them within the app as you access it. When I start doing a live demo, I'll pinpoint some of the features, like what's gone live in Q2. I guess one item that is still in the works is search. So that work has begun. We hope it will be out here in the next couple of weeks, but it's underway. I'll briefly talk about Success Trip Tracker. I don't have screens of the new tool. I'll show you how it currently looks within Stela, but we are excited that as we get the Success Trip Tracker further along, we definitely are going to want to get feedback from sales leaders. So hopefully some of you will be some of those key sales leaders we'll reach out to get your feedback. And we've done a ton with push notifications. So you may have noticed that recently the push notifications now have a sound. So in the My New Skin app, if you earned a sharing or a building bonus, it would do I always say cha-ching, but it's like coins dropping on a table sound. We added that same sound to Stela. And what we're working on now is deep links, or I guess deep links just barely launched. So when you click on a push notification, it will take you into the app where you can learn more information. And as I referenced, Message Center is going to be coming here later this month, and the team is well underway on it. And leaderboards, I hopefully have access. I'll be showing you from our test environment, access to the leaderboards. I'll show you graph by and more of these exciting features. And then what's upcoming, what I kind of referenced a little while ago, is some new exciting things we're going to be doing with AI ML coaching. So figuring out, determining, I guess, your customers' best behaviors or experiences or their favorite products, as well as which downline members should you be reaching out to and following up with. So the AI ML coaching will be a year-long project, but each quarter we hope to launch more features to help guide and coach you guys on how you can be more successful. Analytics dashboard is another exciting thing where we know currently you have the analytics dashboard for product offer, and we'll look at that here in a second, but you don't have any great insights into sign up invite or Vera invite. But how do we give you even better insights into all three and help you to know what what invites are bringing you the most success, or what sales are you generating from those invites. So we're just at the very beginning stages of ideation on all of that. We'll run it past legal and privacy, and then we'll come up with a great prototype or concept that we're going to run past sales leaders. So we're very excited for that. So a lot of very fun and cool features. So don't you worry, Stela is only going to get better. So hopefully some of this information helped. Here, let me stop sharing real quickly so I can start sharing my phone. So we'll get to the good stuff. I know for me, I do a lot better if I can see, I want to see things. I'm a visual learner, and maybe some of you guys are that same way. Okay, starting the broadcast. Move my picture out of the way if we don't want to see that. Okay, so just a reminder again, I'm logged into our test environment. I'm looking at an anonymized account, and the anonymization only extends so far. So when I get to sign up invite, I'm going to have to flip over to a screenshot because it shows real information. But yes, test environment, anonymized account. So we're going to jump into more, and I'll help pinpoint or show you some of these features. So graph buy is a feature that just barely launched. So again, I mean, this is a test mode account, or a test account. So the data is not fantastic, but I'll just show you briefly. So graph buy is a feature that's also found within VNG, and it allows you to see graphically your earnings, so by month. So every month you can click and see what did you earn in that given month. Since this is a test account, they're all the same amounts, but you can click and see what that earning potential was by year. So what year have you earned the most? Or does your graph continue to trend upward? So it's kind of exciting to see what you're earning by year, by bonus types, by market. So I know for you guys, Southeast Asia and the Pacific, you guys tend to sponsor in a lot of markets. So this graph gets more exciting. And then also by line. So line is available for brand partners and above. Sorry, I just sit there and think, because gold partners, brown partners, you guys do brown partners except for the Pacific. So then you guys can see your G1 breakaways and what you're earning, which line or which leg you're earning the most from. So graph buy is a fun and exciting feature. Complementing graph buy is a feature that we launched a month or so ago, but in VNG, these two features are on the same page. So I'll just quickly highlight by the numbers in case you haven't seen this yet. So this is, of course, your way of knowing your commissions, your lifetime earnings. If you're close to your next circle of excellence, it will indicate how many months to your next circle of excellence. For this test account, it's indicating how many more breakaways they need in order to achieve a higher pin title. So again, and this data is all fake because it's a test account, but still, if you haven't looked at your by the numbers, take a look. There's some good information to be found. Okay, so something that is, well, I'm going to show you Vera Invite first, because sign up invite, I can't fully show you the full thing. I'll have to do screenshots. So Vera Invite recently launched. And of course, I've got to give a caveat that we're going to be adjusting some of the functionality on Vera Invite, but I'll talk through it. How it currently works is you select the market and the language of the recipient you're sending it to. So like I'll select Singapore and English. So then I can show you this bottom feature. So you have three options of how you're going to share this Vera invite. You can click on scan QR code. If you're face-to-face with that customer, just show them the QR code. They can screen it from their phone or click it from their phone and then continue on. And I'll show you what the Vera invite experience is like. So you can do the QR code. You can share. So this will bring up your quick share and you can see last people I've chatted with. And this message that appears, hi, I've been loving Vera so far. We are actually going to be working on a feature where you can customize and change that text. So that's going to be coming. So you don't have to go with just what we put in there. And of course, from here, you can send a message, you can post it on Instagram, social media, you can text someone. I mean, whatever you want to do, that's what you can do through share. And then copy, you'll see at the bottom, it just says invite link copy to clipboard. So then that just allows you to copy it. And then, I mean, you can just text it to someone that way or direct message it to them, however you want to share the Vera invite. So now how it works is at first, we'll check the user's device to see if they have Vera downloaded. So I'll show you from like the App Store. So we'll take the user to the App Store if they haven't yet downloaded Vera. I have, so it's indicating open. So really for me, it would just open up the app. And attribution doesn't happen when they download Vera, it happens when they sign up on Vera. So this isn't the exact same flow because I didn't click on the link through Vera invite. Well, I guess I should say there's logic and code that goes into it when you send it to a customer. Because when I click on sign up, it indicates I need to enter in the sponsoring brand affiliate ID. But when you guys send that Vera invite out, it already knows your ID. Now, I should also preference that last link wins. So if you send a Vera invite link to an individual and they download Vera, but they don't sign up and someone else sends them also a link and they sign up through that second link, again, last link wins. So encourage your customers to download Vera and sign up so you get the attribution, because we want you guys all to be successful. So then again, the user will go through the sign up process and then you are connected to them as their sponsor. Okay. So that was Vera invite. Hopefully that was helpful. And I know there's questions coming in and Raul can help answer them while I'm demoing, and then when we switch places, I can definitely jump in. Okay, now sign.
Sorry, Julie, there is one that I think would be beneficial to answer live, but that's okay. And
yeah,
it's from Zhang. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. Can I have a global link for all countries? Because I would like to create a YouTube review video for Vera invite.
Yes. So true. I didn't highlight that. So yes. Okay, great. Because I told you changes were coming. I didn't even talk about them. We are actually working on that. We are going to remove the market and the language. So we're working with the design team right now to figure out look and feel before we hand over to our development team. You're not going to choose the market and language. What you will do is choose the customer type. So based on your market, are they a customer, a member, or a brand affiliate? And then you choose how you want to share the link with them. So yeah, that change will be coming. We don't have any set timelines yet, but yep, market and language will be removed because Vera will detect it based on that customer's phone setting. So great question. I'm glad you asked that. But yeah, Raul, anything else I should address now?
I think that's it for now. I'll answer the rest.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, sign up invite. This is where I'm going to have to show you a screenshot because even though I'm in an anonymized account, this takes us to a different, I guess this tool is managed by a different team and we cannot anonymize the data. But sign up invite, if you'll notice, looks a lot like Vera invite. So sign up invite, you do select the market and the language because down in that second section, it's going to pinpoint based off of the market which customer types you can choose from. And then it will double down or indicate to you that you're going to be the sponsor because it will show you the sponsor ID. I blurred it out. And then similar to Vera invite, you can do the scan QR code, share, or copy. And then when you click on or the customer clicks on that link, and again, customers are very loose terms, it will bring up the website where it will show your name that you have invited them to join their team as whatever the title would be. So then they accept the invite. So I know sign up invite's been around for a while. You guys may be very well versed on it. I still wanted to highlight that. So hopefully that was helpful for both sign up invite and Vera invite. Okay, so continuing on, let's next look at Success Trip. So I'm in the test environment. This current Success Trip tool is not the end all be all. This is the tool we've had up there for years. And yeah, test environment, so it's not even fantastic data. Currently, the success trip takes you over to VNG in a web view. So it just shows you the exact same trip that's available within VNG. The new success trip tool that we're going to be creating or writing is going to be hands down far better than what you currently have. The current tool just shows you how you yourself are doing. In this new tool, we're going to also show you how your downline are doing. So how are your downline qualifying? Because we know that your goal is you yourself want to go on a success trip, but you're more motivated to get more of your team members joining you on that success trip. So the new tool will also give you those insights. So we're very excited about that. We've just begun the ideation initial design phase. So yeah, it's going to take us a little bit to get it built, but we're very excited and we'll give you more information as it gets closer. Leaderboards. Let me quickly highlight this. So I'm in the test environment, so I'll go through and select this, but just a heads up with leaderboards in VNG or in Stela, you now have to consent to the leaderboards, and this will be launching soon. We've been waiting to receive all the translations before we enable the feature. So we're hoping later this week we can have this enabled and showing up in Stela. So you either indicate that you wish to participate in the leaderboards, or you indicate the second radio button is, I do not wish to participate. Let me quickly give you more context here so you understand it. So if you do not wish to participate, we keep your name and your avatar anonymized, and we don't show your market. Now, you still appear within the leaderboard because we want it to be an accurate ranking of all of it's whatever pin title you are within your region. So if you are a brand representative, it'll be all brand representatives within Southeast Asia. We want to accurately indicate who's number 1, 2, 3, and so forth. But if you don't want to participate, then anonymous name, avatar, and we don't show your market. So no one knows where you are ranking, but you also cannot view the leaderboards. Totally up to you. To each their own. If you do wish to participate, you check that top radio button. You acknowledge below that you agree to the terms and conditions and the privacy notice. And I should also disclose at any point you can remove these agreements. Continue, and then it will, I guess this version of Stela Early Access or our test environment isn't linked up with the leaderboards, but it's the exact same leaderboards that you see in VNG, where based on your pin title, it shows you the relevant leaderboards to whether it's building blocks or whether it's sharing volume. It's everything that's also found within VNG. But hopefully that consent at least helps you a little bit to understand why we're showing that now. And okay, let me jump over to offer. Okay, so within product offer, some enhancements that we've made is, let me start building an offer and I'll talk you through them. Of course, personal or group is still the same as before. I'm going to choose member pricing. This is Julie's test, because why not? If you're doing the demo, you can label it whatever you want. Let's choose the market. I'll select Indonesia, English. Okay, something that an enhancement we made recently is the fact that there has to be an expiration date on the product offer. You guys are probably well versed and have already found this. You can set it up to 1 year into the future. By default, we set it to the date that you're creating the offer, but you can easily flip through the months and set it to whatever date you want. I'll choose December 31st. So every offer has to have an expiration date. I mean, you can also go back and edit the offer later to extend it out further. Then you start adding your products. Another exciting thing that we've added is an easy ability to add products to your product offer. So it's pulling all the products through. And okay, this is where I was dialing in on, we're going to the content team is working on getting more products added for your markets. I know we do not have nearly enough in our apps for you guys, but it is an active thing that's being worked on. So you can click on that check mark in the upper right-hand corner of the product to add it to your product offer. So I'll select 2 because it's kind of fun. So easy way to add it. Oops, I don't want to do that. Let me do next. No discount can be provided because I'm doing member pricing. Of course, you can customize your message like before. And then from this screen, you can always go back and edit any element that you want to. I mean, even when you click on done and you've completed your offer all the way, you can still come back and edit. You can delete, you can deactivate, you can do whatever you want. But hopefully that helps you to see how expiration works, and then the easy ability to add products to your product offer. And I should also highlight that until we do have all the products within Vera and Stela for you guys, so for Stela, in this case, we will still keep within the more menu the link to product offer My New Skin. So that at the bottom of the share section. Of course, that's a web view into the My New Skin feature where it has all of the products. So that will be available until we get all the products within Stela. Okay, and then jumping really quickly over to build, I want to make sure Raul also has time for connect. I want to highlight just a quick overview of build, and then also how you traverse or go through the genealogies in case you guys haven't experienced this yet. So build is really the section where you go to build your downline. It's where whether you want to see your customers, in this case meaning retail customers, or just those in your group or those in your team. And based on your pin title, you see different features. So if you are less than brand representative, you will just see group and retail. If you're a brand representative, of course, you're going to see the team genealogy. And then brand reps and brand partners then start to see volume summary is summary, expanded team view is expanded, and the leadership teams is leadership. But let me quickly jump back over to group to show you how you can go down through the genealogy. It's different functionality than what you see in the My New Skin app. So you click on that arrow to the right of the individual's name, and you start seeing the breadcrumb at the top. So I first clicked on Adam Walker. I'm looking at Adam's downline. I want to find someone underneath Dell Thompson. I click on Dell, and it keeps going down the tree, and it shows me at the top the breadcrumb again, so I know what was the root account that I clicked on in my downline and where have I gone from there. So it's just easier to kind of remember how you get back up. And then you can click on Adam Walker at the top to jump back, and then you just click on the back arrow next to Adam to get back to where you were before. Anyways, hopefully this is helpful to see those insights. And if you guys haven't tried this yet, the filtering capabilities. So you can filter by volume, you can filter by pin title, by flags that are found within your genealogy or the markets that you're sponsoring in. So let me do save and close. I can expand it, because what's cool about this is you can click on your downline qualifier. I mean, contact information, how they're related to you or within the tree, and then qualify. You can view their qualification tracker and work with them. So just highlighting that, because I know from some markets, we've received this question, like, how do I view the qualification tracker? And we have also heard that we're not currently showing the qualification tracker for proxy. Some of your markets I know use proxy within the team genealogy. We will be working on adding the qualification tracker to proxy as well. Anyways, hopefully this helps. I mean, click around and let your market know what questions you have, because they can route them to Raul and I. And I mean, I've got a fantastic team of development teams that work on Stela, brand or business analysts that help support the markets, fabulous product owners like Raul who lean in and help get this work done. Let us know what questions you have. We're here to help you. But hopefully some of these insights helped you with Stela. I guess any questions I should quickly address with Stela before I turn it over for Connect?
So we got a good one is, where do I see lifetime earnings
Oh, yeah.
in Stela?
Perfect. Yep. So you'll go to the more menu and then by the numbers. And I know it's hard to see because there's a ton of data. The second to the bottom, lifetime earnings. So yep, you can see how you're doing. So again, this is a test account, so fake data, but love it, love it. Great question. Yeah, anything else? And at the end, if there's more questions for Stella, I'll answer it at the end.
There's a few questions about sign up. One of the questions was, what's the difference between Vera sign up and sign up? And I answered that, but there's a few questions about iterations on the actual sign up process. Julie and I actually don't work on that end, but this is great feedback. And so we'll take that back to the teams that do work on sign up. And we appreciate that feedback, especially the joint account one. So we'll take that back.
Yeah, love it.
As far as products being shown, that's another question that came up quite a bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Julie.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I kept trying to answer most of you. Products are coming. You'll notice by market, some markets will have more than others, but they are coming. We have had a huge back-end improvement of how that works and how that's updated. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll have a lot more products for all markets.
Yep, for sure. And the functionality, if you haven't noticed as well, you'll notice as I scroll, it then gets to the point where it starts loading more products. So it will stop, it will load, and then it will update. And we fully recognize that, I mean, once you guys start having hundreds of products in here, search is definitely needed. But again, I mean, we are working hard and fast on getting search within the app. Oh yeah, the one thing I was going to talk about is going hand in hand with sign up invite is account conversion. So the accounts team is hard at work on getting the account conversion tool built, so it's easier for your downline to convert in their titles. And I received the request today to see how quickly we can get account conversion added to Stela, and that's something that we're going to be looking at. So along with all these other things, you will also have access to the account conversion tool. Anyways, just a heads up there, we'll be looking into that. And when I saw a question come up about subscription information or I guess ADP information. So I guess I'm in a test account, so it's hard to see, but let me see if this team has anything. Yeah, they don't have any flags, but if you have downline who are on a subscription or on a ADP, ADR, whatever your markets call it, you can click on the flag and it will narrow down to those individuals with that reoccurring order, and then you can view their subscription or their reoccurring order contract. And we are also working on adding to the group genealogy. I don't have it within this view, but a subscription report. So at the top of the filter section will be a report section where you can select subscription, and then you'll be able to see everyone in your group genealogy who has a subscription. So what's their frequency, last ship date, next ship date, volume coming from that subscription. And we'll continue to add more and more features. But anyways, we are working on that. Okay, perfect. All right, I want to give time for Raul. Here, let me stop sharing. Turn it over to Raul to talk about Connect. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry, let me just get situated and share my phone.
You are so good.
Okay, I think you guys can see my phone, hopefully. All right, before we get started, if you haven't downloaded NewsSync Connect, please go to the App Store, your App Store, and search NewsSync Connect, and download the app and log in with your regular NewsSync credentials. One thing that in Stela, in the Mark section, you'll see NewsSync Connect. If you click on that from Stela, it'll open up the Connect app for you or take you to the App Store if you haven't downloaded it yet. Okay, so I'm going to go quickly over Connect. Connect has so many features that you can dive into and use, but I want to stick to the basics on the why. Why do we use NewsSync Connect? And so really quick on the chat, if you don't use NewsSync Connect, just tell us in a couple of words, how do you keep track of your prospects, potential customers, potential brand affiliates, right now? Do you keep an Excel sheet? Do you use a different app? Do you write it on paper? Do you write it on your hand? Or use Post-it like Julie does all over her desk, covered in Post-it? That's what we're trying to figure out with Connect. Connect is so that you don't have to keep everything in different locations. So you don't have to keep everything on an Excel sheet, on a notebook or anything. You keep it in this one app, and then the app reminds you to reach out to people for specific reasons. Some of the questions I saw earlier was, how do you track an order? How do you reach out? How do you follow up with people? This is what Connect does. It's your digital assistant that's going to remind you to follow up with Davis, to follow up with Julie, right? And so you build that customer relationship. You never forget, you never drop the ball with anyone, and always come back and follow up with your customers and build that special relationship that you guys do. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too fast. That's a bad habit. I'll slow down for the translators. Thanks for the reminder. All right, let me get rid of myself right here so I don't see myself twice. When you log into the Connect app, this is the homepage. This is where you want to spend most of your time. This is called the daily, okay? In the daily, you see underneath it, these are called tasks. And there's different types of tasks. There's reach outs, follow-ups, personal check-ins, reconnect, which is one of my favorite features. There's order ship, there's one-time order, and there's a subscription task. Every task works the exact same way. They're just for a different reason, okay? So the way that Nu Skin Connect works is actually fully integrated with the Nu Skin, with your genealogy. If a member customer underneath your BA creates an account at Nu Skin, this is automatically going to be synced to Nu Skin Connect, and you don't have to manually add that information yourself. If you still don't have if you have someone who's a customer in any form in your market, retail member or BA, but they haven't signed up yet, they don't have a Nu Skin account, you can also come in here and add their information manually, and with the hopes that you follow up with them and eventually they create an account. Then the app will recognize Davis just created a Nu Skin account. I have Davis on my app. It's going to merge those two contact cards, so you have one Davis with the Nu Skin account. So that's the magic of the app. It does things for you, so you don't have to waste your time, and you can focus on your customer service and servicing your customers. Okay. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go over every single task, but I do want to focus on the reconnect side of it. What this does, and again, this is a test account. We have a bunch of test accounts underneath mine, so we can do this for the demo. What the reconnect in the 90 means is 90 days, okay? So what the app does is it reminds you or lets you know if it's been 90 or more days since one of your customers has purchased from you. A lot of the time, as we're busy, you guys are busy, you're trying to qualify the next success trip, you're trying to close the month, and you're focused on the next sale, you're focused on the next customer, the new sign up. That is, it's hard to remember who you spoke with a month or 2 months or even 3 months ago, right? So this app will tell you, Raul, it's been since April 1st since he purchased. Okay, because this is a test account, it's not going to show what this Raul test actually purchased in the past, but it will tell me 90 days ago Raul purchased AP24, so that when I bring him up, I know what to reach out to him about. So it's not like a cold reach out. Hey Raul, or hey Julie, you bought toothpaste 90 days ago. I hope you finished it by now. Would you like to order some more? Or even, how did it go? Did you want to try anything else? Okay, so what this does is it makes you follow up with this customer. And there's different ways there's 2 different ways you can do that. You can follow up by sharing content. And there's content that the regional marketing teams have uploaded. This is a product information page, an infographic, a science article, or any information that's going to help you sell a product. So you can go search AP24. Oh, if I can spell. Past my bedtime. I don't know why it's doing it. I'm just gonna do this one. And I'm logged in with the US account, and I can see Spanish content as well. So what it does is it loads the content. And again, you can choose a product information page, an image, or you can just choose just to add text, okay? So here you can see, you can select copy content link where you just share the content. You can see the asset that's on here that was uploaded from the regional market here in the Americas. I can come back in here, and this is pre-text or default text that the market also adds. But the good thing is you can come in here and delete it or alter it or edit and send what you want to send, okay? After that, you click share content. And this is a good place to kind of stop. You can tell where it says share content is grayed out, okay? That doesn't mean it's broken. That's telling me that I don't have contact information for this contact. So in this case, where it says contact, I hit more. We can see here that I don't have a number. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Messenger or whatever. But if I were to click on this, it would open up your native app. So your native SMS, your native email, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, etc. If I go back into the contact card of this contact, I can go and add their information or edit if I have to. So let's say I reached out, I sent a product information page. I'm done. Now I'm waiting for the response, okay? If I said this to Davis as an example, Davis responds, hey, Raul, I don't have time right now. Can you contact me a week from now, okay? So I come back in here, instead of marking it as complete, I want to reschedule. This is so that I don't forget to reach out to Davis, right? So he just told me I don't have time right now, but I do have time next week, okay? So I'm going to say next week and then just hit reschedule. So now this is going to go away from my daily from today, and it's going to pop up again next week, and it's going to remind me to follow up with Davis. Okay. And then, but say I did come in here and say complete, I mark complete. And again, even though he said yes, he purchased, I want to again follow up with Davis from now. So let's say he purchased a 30-day supply of whatever product, okay? So I want to schedule it for next month, hit schedule. And this is really important. This is where you, the user, can decide how you want to use this part here. You can come in here and add notes so you can remember what he ordered, what you guys talked about, his preferences, any recommendations you gave him, right? Anything you feel that's important to remember about Davis. Tags, you can add tags to this. You can create any tag you want as long as you're consistent. You're not going to create tags you're never going to use again. And so if you want to create a tag for Lakers or your favorite soccer team or a convention you went to, convention 2023, you want to tag people you add to the app with that, so that later you can come back and create a list, and you're gonna ask the app, give me a list of anyone I tag with convention 2023, and it's gonna send you a list, and you're gonna follow up with the list of people that's gonna create for you. Also, tags are automatically added with the name of the product they purchased from Nu Skin. And so if Davis goes in with his own account, he makes a purchase, he's automatically going to be tagged with LumiSpa because he purchased LumiSpa. And now we can go back and create a list of anyone who's purchased a LumiSpa, a Soul Solution, AP24, because they're automatically tagged with that product. Okay, so I hit next, and then that's it. Every single task that you see on here, it's completed the exact same way. The only difference is it's for a different reason. You're reaching out for the first time. You're following up. You're doing a personal check-in because it's been 2 weeks since Julie got her toothpaste. You're reconnecting. Whatever the case, the app's going to do it, help you, remind you, and do that for you. Now, we also are conscious of knowing that not everybody works the exact same way, right? Not everyone does this full time. I know we know some of you have a family, you have another job, etc. So we can change it on here to say, take it easy on me, only give me a few tasks per day, or medium or maximum. And so today I feel good, right? I just drank a Monster, I want to go maximum, and I say, let's get started. And then you can see that each task here has a lot more tasks than before. So I have 13, 10, 1, 14, etc. But if you feel overwhelmed, you can come back in here and say, take it easy and only give me a few. Again, you can see it only has 5 now and 3 versus 10 and 14. Okay, so this is the daily. This is the heart and soul of Nu Skin Connect. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Julie, any questions that I should be aware of?
Yes, there's a great question about, is it possible to reset your Connect app? So this individual downloaded the app last year, has migrated her phone contacts at that time, but now how do you like resync or refresh?
Is it removing contacts? Is it adding more? If it's removing, you can go through the chat, which is in the more and live chat. These are actually live people. You can chat through them and ask them to help you with anything you need to do in the app. Is it removing anyone you sync from your mobile? They can do that for you, so you can kind of restart fresh and only sync who you want to sync. You can also find how-to articles and how-to videos from here as well.
Perfect. Yes, that definitely helps with this one. So awesome. Love it. And then even, I guess, your response even helps with if anyone's having an issue, and it could be in these questions, where the app is not pulling in all of their downline information or their customer and member information. I guess using the chat as well will help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of the time it's just a sync issue. So if you just go through the chat and let them know, they'll resync the backend stuff that you can't see, right? That you shouldn't have to worry about and not take care of that for you. I do see one about our ARO subscription or ADR, whichever word is used in your market. We do have a task from the daily that's called a subscription reminder. And that one pops up for you 5 days before your customer subscription is going to ship out. When you open up that task, and unfortunately I don't have it in my account for you to show, but it will show in the daily, and it'll say subscription, where it says reach out right now, it'll say subscription reminder. Once you open it up, you click on whoever's on that list, let's say Julie, it'll tell me what is in Julie's subscription and the date that it's going to ship out. Obviously, this is also based on privacy settings. If Julie does not want her upline to see her order information, it won't show. But if Julie has marked in her own privacy preferences that she's okay with me seeing it, it'll show and remind me that Julie's AP24 is going to ship out in the next 5 days. We did this to give the upline or the brand affiliate here an option to reach out to the customer and make sure they're okay with their order, see if they want to add anything, and kind of help you upsell a little bit, right? So hopefully that helps with some of the answers, questions for subscription.
And another quick question, because others could be having this as well. With one, they said that they don't see any of these features like reach out, reconnects. They don't have tasks yet. So what needs to be done to see those great features?
Sorry, one more time, Julie. I got lost with the Q&A.
Yeah. So one of the questions was, what if they don't currently see reach out, reconnects, or any tasks? What can they do to see those great features?
If you don't have any customers right now from Nu Skin that are syncing, one, make sure that you're logged in with the same username and password you log into VNG or Stela. 2, if you know for sure you're not seeing customers, use the chat to make sure your account is being synced correctly. But then 3, if you don't have anyone from Nu Skin yet, but you have the app, This is where you go to add on the bottom left. You can see you can add a task, you can add a contact, or you can add content. If you're a brand new BA, this is your first day, your sponsor just told you to download Listing Connect, or you're training your downline, I would recommend you go to add a contact. And this is where you can add people manually, right? I'm gonna go in here and add Julie, add her email, phone number, social profiles, etc. Once I create a contact on the app, it's automatically gonna create a reach out task for here. Once I finish a reach out, it's gonna create a follow-up because it's gonna reschedule it. Once I follow up, they create an account, they place an order, it's gonna create a box opening task that's gonna let you know, Julie got her product, reach out. After that, it's in a schedule. It's called a customer care cycle. So it's box opening, personal check-in, 30 days, and it goes on a loop. If they haven't purchased in a while, it's gonna go on a reconnect, and then you reach out to them to get them back on the cycle. And so you're always gonna be reminded to reach out to Julie or your customer for a specific reason throughout the month so that they never fall away from you and you don't forget about them. I hope that answered the question. Okay, we're almost at time, so I wanna leave time for any Q&A, Davis.
All right. I think some of the question has already been answered during the live. I'm gonna just pick some of those that I have captured that was not answered yet. So I saw this question a few times. So some of them are asking, when will all the products be available in Stela and Vera?
Great question. I'm trying to remember from the content team their timeline. I believe it's over the next month. I think they're trying to get all the products for all the markets added within that timeline, but I'll let your market representation know if it won't really be within the month. But yeah, fingers crossed. They're full steam ahead on it.
Right. Thank you.
David, I did see this question come up quite a bit, and one of them is, can I shop in other markets in Stela or Vera? And the answer is yes. If you go to the more section and then you go to on the top where it says account, it'll give you your account information and you can select the market. And you switch, it'll ask you for the market and the language. And then once you do that, it'll update the app to that market. And when you go to the product section, it'll show the product for that market.
Yep. And go to profile for that. So yeah, profile, upper right-hand corner. Yep. Market selection. Yeah.
That's what I meant, Julie. Thanks.
Why not? We're totally in sync. Love it.
Yeah. I think this second question would be, how can I share a product from Stela? There used to be a share function, but I don't see it anymore.
That's a good question. So we did have share and earn right from the product section instead of product offer. We ran into some issues with the sign up form. We know that some markets don't allow retail, others only allow member or only allow a BA. We're in the next release of Stela, and we'll let Davis know when that's coming out so he can let everyone know. We're something called quick share that's replacing that share function. So what's going to happen is once you from the product section, you go in there and click on quick share, it's actually going to create a product offer for you. And instead of going through steps 1 through 4, it's going to take you to the very end, and all you do is share it out. We did this because in share and earn, you couldn't track if someone viewed it, you couldn't track if they purchased it, and it was not showing in your dashboard for product offer. With quick share, you're literally creating a product offer, and you'll be able to go back and edit, add product or add a discount, and you'll be able to track it like you do normally and see if they added it to cart and if someone purchased from it. That's coming in the next few weeks.
All right, great. So the next question is probably pertaining to sales attribution or sign up attribution. So if there are several invites being sent to a customer, who will get attributed to this new sign up?
Great question. So last link wins or last click wins. So it's whichever link the customer clicked on last, and then when they sign up, that's the sponsor who wins.
Right. Okay. Next question. How can I sign up or send a product offer invite from a BB and BC account?
All right, great question. I guess how we currently have it set up is you send it from the parent account. I guess in technical terms, what happens is when our commission system gets a hold of that, if it's a new sign up, they're going to move that sign up to your business builder or your presidential director business builder account. It's a tongue twister. So whichever account will give you the most bang for your buck or the most commissions, the commission system will automatically move that to that account for you. You just have to send it out from your parent account.
Okay. Next questions. Are we able to, as a leader, are we able to get the assessment or the product recommendation result from our customer that uses Vera?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, Raul, do you want to jump in on that? I talked about it earlier, but yeah, add on to it.
We're actually working along with the Vera team with Trina and Peter. I don't know if you guys met them; they're awesome people. We're actually making so that when a customer finishes a skin consultation in Vera, what's going to happen is it's going to create a push notification in Stela. So that in Stela, you'll see Julie just completed the skin consultation. I click on the notification, and it's going to take me to Message Center, and it's going to show me the focus areas for Julie and the products that are recommended. And then from there, the call to action is to click on that, and it's going to take me to Julie's contact page within Stela. And then I can either reach out to her from there or through Newsy Connect, knowing what her recommendations were from the Vera skin consultation. So that's coming pretty soon as well, and I'm very excited for that. That's going to help people download Stela and Vera and work it together, right? And it's going to be an amazing feature.
Right. Next question. Can we not have an expiry date for product offer?
I tried really hard not to have one. Unfortunately, this is a legal request by cross regions, especially because we provide a discount for product offer. So instead of having a full legal text that you have to provide, we're going to show expiration date to let the customer know they have until this date to purchase at this price.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question. We are getting out of time. Let me just pop up one or two more questions. Right, so can Stela or Connect tells me if my customers enjoy point or when is it expiring?
Good question. We don't have the information in Connect. We do have a report in VNG, or I guess on newskin.com, it's usually labeled as volumes. There is a report within the group genealogy that will give that information. It's not available in Stela currently, but we could definitely add it to the roadmap. So I would recommend, go and look at that report. And then following up on that, there was a question about, can Stela be accessed on a desktop computer or like a computer or desktop? And that's what VNG is. So VNG or volumes. It's been around for 20 years. It has a ton of features. Go check out VNG on the go, utilize Stela.
Right, thank you. I think the last questions, since we are running out of time, can Connect help me filter all my customers' birthday month so that I think that leader wish to greet them and use it as a kind of connection to their customers?
So right now we don't have a filter for birthday because of privacy. We're not allowed to show the full birthday of someone on Newskin Connect. But you could create a tag when you sign someone up. If you have that information, you can tag them with the month of their birth. And then you can go and create a custom list and say anyone who has the tag February, that's my birthday month, and they'll create a whole list of anyone in February. And then that list is going to show in your daily, and you can follow up with everyone from your daily, the homepage of Connect.
Yeah.
Right. Great.
And then if your customer is a member or a brand affiliate within VNG, we have a report that's called birthday email and phone, I think, and it shows everyone's birth month and date. So you could also run that report. It just doesn't have retail customers.
Mhm. All right, great. So I guess we are running out of time. So for those who have left your questions in the Q&A function, we will be exporting them and we will be providing those answers. If you have already provided your country and email address, we will send that back to your market and we'll have the local team to actually reach out to you with those answers. All right. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar. Thank you, Julie and Raul, for spending your time with us, letting us know all the great knowledge of these two tools. So have a great day ahead. Thank you very much. And
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Bye, everyone.
See you guys.
thank you.